मेरा झुमका उठा के लाया यार वे जो गिरा था बरेली के बाजार में मैं तो ठुमका लगा के शर्मा गई बोली घूम कर बजा दे के मैं आ गई मुझको लगा के नाच ले आजा नाच ले मेरी यार.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Home with Derrick. On today's 30th episode, I'm going to show you how to make my recipe for just plain Indian chapati or roti. I also had the question come up, what songs do I use for my intros? For my basic intro I use for like dinners and like the blueberry pie and such. I use an app called Viva Video Pro. I mean, it's only like $3.99 or something. And I use a song called Hopeful Hearts. So that's my basic intro. When I do Middle Eastern / Mediterranean food, I have a whole bunch of intros. I've focused on like American, Middle Eastern, and I've done some Bulgarian. So those are the three intros that you all have seen so far. I have plenty of others I've made. For my Middle Eastern and such, I use a song called Beya Wishartil. So there's that one. And for my Bulgarian, I used a song called Kopspanit. So that. So those are the songs I use. To get on with the recipe, you're going to need salt, water, and flour. Basic. Plain. You'll need a bowl, rolling board, and a pan, and something to put it on. You'll also need some measuring cups. So I'm not gonna make a whole bunch, so I'm just gonna measure out some flour. We're just gonna do, let's say, a cup, and go ahead and do a half. Cup and a half. So for that amount of flour, I'll do about a teaspoon of salt. You can also add coconut. I love adding coconut into this. 1 second. Alright. Add water to get a smooth dough. Usually I would let this sit for 30 minutes, but since I'm in a little bit of a hurry, I'm not going to do that today. So here's our smooth dough. You want it to be a sticky dough. And next, what you're going to do on your cutting board or rolling board, or I just have one side I use for chopping, one side I use for rolling. Add some flour. Turn your dough out to the flour. Maybe take that to the sink. Some flour on your dough. You're going to separate it into either larger chapatis or smaller. I usually like medium, so we're going to go with probably about 3 or 4 of these. And trust me, once my cousin gets home, he is going to be after these. So I can do 4. One will be smaller, but so that, go ahead and begin to roll it out. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Whenever I make these, they're never a perfect circle. I used to make perfect circles, but now I'm just kind of like, they're going to be in your stomach anyway, so. Turn your pan on a medium high. Add a little oil, but not too much because this is not like frying. So I'll add about a tablespoon of oil, spread it around the pan well. Move this to the side. Well, actually, I'll show you another version before you do this, okay? Make it, well, maybe. Make it into like a spiral, okay? And you're just going to, don't press, don't anything, just roll it. I love this style because it is super flaky, and that is one thing I really like about doing the spiral. See, this is a better circle anyway. See? Do that. Get any excess flour off. Our pan is almost hot, so I'll go ahead and do about 1 more spiral. If I can do 2 before the pan gets hot, then I will. That isn't so much a medium, but you know, that's okay. I don't care if they fold or anything, because I'm going to roll them all out, so. Okay, so our pan is hot. So take your roti or chapati and set it into the pan. And let it be there for a second. I'm going to roll a next one. Our next. And since it's just going to be family eating these, I don't care if they're perfect or not. Need some flour. Alright, let me check it. I don't use tongs or anything, I use my hand, but I've also been making these for a while. This is how you want it to look. You want it to have brown spots. So there's a side that doesn't have any. And they're better when you cook them in a clay oven, but that would take like forever to heat up. So I do have like a traditional way of cooking it, but see the brown spots? Let me get my tolly to put them on. Go ahead and put your next one on. Now I'll roll my last one. Once you've had a lot of practice making these, they will be like perfect. Like, I've been making this since I was like 5 or 6, so I will say practice. It will take a lot of practice and such, but once you've made them a couple times, they will turn out very delicious. Be careful when they have the air bubbles, because if you like pinch the air bubble when you're trying to flip it, if you're using your hands, which I do not recommend as you're first making these, but if you like pinch the air bubble, that will really burn, like really bad. Okay, I can clean up while that one's cooking. Traditionally, I make like 30 or 40 of these, but since I'm doing this for a video and there are 4 of us in our house, then this is the way to go. Let me rinse my hands quick. Okay. I'm gonna go dump this outside, so I'll be right back. So now it's time to taste. You're going to need butter and sugar for this. Optional. This is the way we have our plain ones. So you're going to take one, and in the middle where it's still hot, take another one where it's still hot, and you're going to, typically you would use ghee, but you're going to rub them together to get all the butter everywhere. I mean, you can spread the butter, but it's easier. And then take some sugar. That looks like a lot, but just shake off what you didn't put onto that one. You're going to fold it and fold it. Now, usually I eat mine with curry, but I don't have any, so we're just going to taste it. When I said they would be flaky, I actually meant that. See? 1 layer. 2 layers. 3. And there are probably 4 or 5 layers, but it is flaky. I hope you all enjoyed the 30th episode of Cooking at Home with Derrick, and I will see you next time. Please subscribe and share my channel, and also go ahead and subscribe to my cousin's channel, The Gamer. And I'll see you next time on Cooking at Home with Derrick. Hope you enjoyed. Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Home with Derrick. Today on the 30th episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make my recipe for just plain Indian roti or chapati. Also, I had the question come up, what songs do I use for my intro? So on just my basic intro that I use for like dinner videos or like the blueberry pie and such, I use this editor called Viva Video Pro. And I just took a whole bunch of pictures and put them together, and I used, let's just test something out, and for that I used Hopeful Hearts. It's called Hopeful Hearts right there. For when I do like there it is, my phone.